Took this trade in the C period. You can see we haven't made it up over that spike area from yesterday, but I was considering the spike. You can see in the overnight, we hit that POC down there. And then you can also see that the profile is fairly balanced. You had the A period come up, and you had the B period come down into this lower area. So I was just waiting for the C period to come back. And I wanted to get up over that value area high. And I really thought that they would try to clear that open, which is the orange line. So I was looking basically where that blue line is at. And then I'd be putting a stop over that A period high. And not that you would, need to wait that long, depending on what type of momentum you had once you got over that open. So I'm just waiting here. I'm pointing out that you got 3 minutes left in the C period, and I'm waiting to see if we can get up over that open right there. We're at the open, so I put in one, and then I waited and entered that second one. I wasn't sure how high it was going to go, so I wanted to take one basically when we popped that, or flushed over that open, and then I waited for that second one there. For targets, I was looking, I thought we'd at least get back to the other side of that POC. That is definitely an area that I'm watching to make sure that we get through that area. And then, the ultimate target for me would be that value area low down there, basically just below where the target's at. I would always front run that target anyway. So if I was shooting for the value area low, I'd always put the target, pretty much ahead of it. Here it's doing exactly what I thought it was going to do. Everything looks good. You got that C high. We've already flipped to the D. Now, if this would have came down further and bounced off that POC settlement area, I'd think more about, I'd be a little bit more worried, but because it only pulled back a little bit and it goes back, I'm going to test that area, basically the entry, I wasn't too worried about it. And also, like I said, if it come, ripping out of here and broke over that C high, you might consider just closing the trade. But because you're ranging, I think you got to give it a little bit of room and a little bit of time to do its thing. So I highlighted that area that I was talking about with the, that's the settlement from yesterday, is the green dash line. You have the POC there, you have the halfback there, and you have the VWAP there. So I highlighted that area as, it's just like an area that I need to get through and need to watch that you don't have any real big reactions off that area. I wasn't really looking to go any lower than that B period low. It looked like, see how similar that looks to the A period high as far as the distance from the value area high and the value area low. So it all looked pretty balanced. And I thought you had FOMC coming up. Usually it'll kind of grind, maybe swing back and forth and grind into a small little range before the announcement. And I definitely didn't want to be in it, in trades right at or right before the announcement. We got lots of time for that, but I did think it would kind of do that thing where it just, I didn't have any big expectations is what I'm trying to say. So I thought it would just, complete this range. What it's doing right now, it's basically waiting for the FOMC. So it came up, tested that entry again. Now this time coming down, I'd be a little bit more worried. Like I said, if we bounced out of that halfback area, I wouldn't, I'd probably close it if we headed towards the entry at that point. I'm just pointing out that VWAP area right there. Just something to watch. Make sure that you're not bouncing out of there. We get through that pretty easily. I realized that my 27 ticks got a little bit skewed because, I didn't enter both at the same time. So I bring that down, but then I ended up taking it right there at that That was about 26 ticks. And I was really planning on going back the other direction. So I wasn't going to, I wasn't, like I said, I wasn't shooting for that low. So right there, I took it when it got to that C low. That was about 30 ticks, 31 ticks. Then it did come down the rest of the way, and you had a couple different opportunities to basically take that same trade.